when I focus on and justice for all, what comes to mind is an organization like Legal Aid.
We help people who have low incomes, disabilities, and the elderly have access to the courtroom, have access to justice, get their legal problems solved with some help so they can meet their basic human needs.
I will never forget the day my daughter said to me after they had got some things in place for safety for my family. My daughter said to me, "Mom, safe never felt so good."
They believed in us at Legal Aid. I felt like they completely understood what our issues were.
For me, Legal Aid was really about a sense of hope and help and like security.
I think if everybody would do a little more of what Legal Aid does, our society would be in a different situation.
What I love the most and the most rewarding part is I get to help real people solve serious fundamental problems.
Before Legal Aid got involved with my family, we didn't leave the house. I went from a dual income household and financially be able to afford the majority of what we wanted to being a single mom with 5 kids. We were living on $725 a month through the county and food stamps. I could not afford legal services to protect my kids, and that is a horrible feeling for a mother to have.
I had a terrible bike accident and ended up in the hospital as a result. I stayed there a long time, underwent several surgeries. Now, we are both deaf, my wife and I, so we needed interpreter services in order to be able to communicate with the staff there and the healthcare providers. But unfortunately, the hospital system did not provide interpreters for us.
I just had landlords that were really challenging. I didn't know how to deal with them, and so I didn't even know what options I had in a number of situations, so I turned to Legal Aid.
I think that a lot of our clients really feel overwhelmed. There's so many people who don't have access to justice in the way that, fulfills the mission of Legal Aid. So the more resources that we have, the more people we're able to help.
I think people are really listened to because of the experience with the attorneys.
They're advisors, they're helpers, and when necessary, they are very good advocates for them in the courthouse doors.
It's partly a dedication to being a lawyer, but even more importantly, it's a dedication to making the lives of our clients better, making our community better.
They were with me in some really dark days of my life, and they've turned my life around. I'm proud to be a mom of 5 children, and I'm happy to be moving on with my life, and I don't know where I would be without them.
We felt at the time that no one was there to help us. And so when they did take on our case, it was a tremendous relief for us. We felt at that point lost, and they really were there to help us.
I turned to Legal Aid, and their help helped me just sort of move past housing things and move past the challenges with troubling landlords so that I could focus on the rest of life.
And when I think about Legal Aid, it is a quintessential, poster child of our profession. It is at its very core what it's about, is to help people.
I think any organization could have, randomly one really solid person that just cares a lot, but I think it's saying something about leadership and about the organization when it's consistent.
Really, to look at the good that Legal Aid does really gives me greater hope and really knows that I'm valued as a human being.
People that work at Legal Aid because they want to, not because they have to. We all love the work, and that's what really makes a difference in our clients' lives.
I felt like I was paying $1 million for the service that I received. I wouldn't have been able to tell that this was a service provided at no cost.
Legal Aid just made me feel like not giving up. They pretty much helped me strap my heels back on and get back out and fight. And that's a great power to give back to a mom who's had it taken away.